there's a lot of emotion surrounding Senior Day. Obviously, just a fantastic group of 8 young women that are, in my opinion, prepared to go out into the world, into their chosen field, but not yet, because I got a little bit more time with them and we got some work still to do. So these guys just continue to give us everything they have, to give each other everything they have. And I know that all sounds pretty cliche, but to me that's the only thing that's appropriate at this moment.
And then speaking of seniors, Christine, I mean, obviously she had to be the obvious pick there, but, how big was that for her to come up, step up, and make that shot? That, despite being a senior, that's a tough, lot of pressure, a lot of stuff riding on that shot. What was going on?
Well, those of you that have been here with us all season long, which are many of you, you understand the magnitude of that decision for Christine. You understand what was on the line and what's gone on throughout the course of the season, to be frank, through the course of her career, her love-hate relationship with PKs. And Raquel Rodriguez has proven that she can hit one anytime, any day. And Christine stepped up with all the confidence in the world, and she was the right choice today.
And then talk about the play of your defense. You're playing a defense that really made it really difficult for your offense to create any real scoring chances. Then you have your defense come back, pretty much playing one-on-one with number 22 right there with Church. Talk about the play of your defense.
I feel like I've been praising our defense all season long because they deserve it, but we continue to put a huge load on our defense, and they continue to show up game after game and respond. And today, Kem got the best of us in one moment, and that's what this game is. It's moments. Christine Nairn had her moment, Kem had her moment, and if this game had gone on another 20 minutes, I'm not sure whose moment it would have been, because our team was exhausted at that point. But I know they would have continued to fight and have more and more in them.
And then what was their defense doing that was making it so difficult for your offense to kind of create opportunities? Obviously, they had a lot of guys back there, a lot of numbers. But what was it about it that just you couldn't break through until the very end?
Just commitment. Just commitment to get their body behind the ball and toe poke and put their body in harm's way. Good goalkeeping. Just a real solid game plan. And I think they built a wall in front of their goal, and we couldn't break it down. And if you can't break it down, then you got to find ways to go around it or over it or between it, and we just weren't quite clever enough to do that.
And then how will a defense like that, probably one of the better defenses in the country, how will that prepare you going forward into the Big Ten tournament, into playoffs?
Well, it's ironic you asked that question, because this could have been the turning point in our season right here in terms of our wake-up call that we need to continue to push and get better. I think this team knows that they have every reason to play with confidence because they're good, but at this moment we've got to increase our game another level. And it's moments like this, tying a game, you could see the disappointment on our players' faces because they know they let one slip away today. Hopefully that makes them rest and then get back to work and work even harder so that won't ever happen again.
Coach, how significant is it to your team and to you as the head coach of this team to continue the tradition of Penn State and capturing that 15th title, and playing for those that came before you, your motto?
Yeah, there's two things at work here. There's the history and tradition of this program, which obviously is talked about a lot, but there's also where we are as a university right now, and I think that the passion and pride and the excitement for Penn State and Penn State athletics right now is unparalleled. There's nowhere that we would rather be. There's no team that these guys would rather be playing for, and you can feel it in everything they do. You can feel it in Coach O'Brien's efforts, and it just runs through our veins right now. That's why you guys are here. That's why we broke the single-season attendance record, because it is everywhere and it is everything, and it's the reason why we're make some waves this year.
I know it's hard to look past this moment right here, but how are you preparing for your Big Ten's coming up and then NCAA after that?
I have no idea. And the good news is I get 2 days off, and I can probably think about that in about 46 hours from now. So the most important thing is we need to sleep, we need to eat, we need to celebrate our seniors, and that's what I said to the team after the game. We've got to enjoy this, even though it doesn't feel right. We can put that disappointment aside for a tie for a couple minutes and understand that this is 9 months of hard work.
Why is this Big Ten championship different from any other?
Just different expectations. This one seems like a stepping stone, I think, for this team. Whereas the others may have felt more like an endpoint, this felt more like a hurdle for this group, and for good reason. These guys are prepared to make the sacrifices to go another 6 weeks. and that's a tremendous sacrifice at this point in exams and their fatigue and the stresses of life, but they're ready.
Awesome. Thank you,
Awesome.
Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.